Hello friends. Tonight we're diving into one of the most mysterious and fascinating stories of the ancient world, the disappearance of the 9th Legion of Rome. In this video we'll explore their rise, their battles, and the eerie mystery that surrounds their sudden vanishing. And as we uncover their story, you'll find yourselves drifting off to sleep. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. If you're ready, let's dive in. In the wild, untamed lands beyond the Roman Empire's reach, the 9th Legion, the finest in the Empire, stood against the chaos. But within 50 years the 9th Legion vanished, leaving no trace behind. This is the story of their rise, their battles, and their mysterious disappearance. Year 122 AD, Roman Britain, the outermost frontier of the Roman Empire. Beyond its northern border lie only hostile and untamed tribes, the fierce Brigantes, the Picts, and the Caledonians. Here stands the legendary 9th Legion, holding the line for Rome, but just 50 years later, under the rule of Emperor Septimus Severus, the 9th Legion is nowhere to be found. No records, no trace. It had vanished into thin air as if it had never existed at all. The origins of the 9th Legion remain shrouded in mystery. Some sources claim it was founded by Gnaeus Pompeius Magnus, Pompey the Great, in Spain around 65 BC. Others suggest the 9th may have existed even earlier, in 89 BC during the Social War. What we do know for sure is that just before the Gallic Wars, the 9th was stationed in Aquileia, guarding the frontier against the Illyrian tribes in 58 BC. It became part of Caesar's army, alongside the 7th, 8th, and 10th legions. Under Caesar's command, the 9th would gain much of its lasting fame. The legion fought against the Helvetii, helped defeat the Belgae at the Battle of the Sabis, and turned back a Germanic invasion led by Ariovistus. Most famously, the 9th was at the Siege of Alesia, facing the united tribes under Vercingetorix. There were many more battles during the Gallic campaign, and while the 9th almost certainly fought in most of them, exact records are scarce. After the conquest of Gaul, the Roman Republic descended into civil war, and the 9th Legion stayed loyal to Caesar. It fought with distinction at Illyria and Pharsalus, and even during Caesar's setback at Dyrrhachium. After Pompey's death, the legion returned to Rome and headed to North Africa, taking part in the final phase of the conflict, where the remaining Pompeian forces were crushed at the Battle of Thapsus. After the Civil War, Caesar brought the 9th Legion back to Rome. In 46 BC, he disbanded it along with the other legions that had served him since the start of the Gallic campaign. Their veterans were given land in Picenum, northeast of Rome, but their retirement didn't last long. Not long after Caesar was assassinated, another civil war broke out between his supporters and the remnants of Pompey's faction. In 41 BC, Octavian, Caesar's heir and future Augustus, recalled the veterans of the 9th and reformed the legion. The 9th was sent to Sicily to deal with a serious threat. Sextus Pompey, Pompey's son, had taken control of the island and cut off Rome's grain supply. With famine gripping the city, the 9th was sent to restore Roman control and reopen the vital grain routes. After Sextus Pompey was defeated, the 9th was stationed in Macedonia. The legion is believed to have earned its first honorary title, Macedonica. In 42 BC, it took part in the Battle of Philippi before being sent to Sicily. Afterward, it was stationed in Spain during the Cantabrian Wars under Marcus Vespasianus Agrippa. There, it earned its new honorary title, Hispanica, for its service in the rugged mountain fighting against the Cantabrians. The 9th's bravery and toughness made it stand out as it faced some of Rome's toughest enemies. After Augustus's death, The Ninth was sent back to Pannonia to help guard the Danube frontier against the Germanic tribes. Soon after, it was sent to North Africa to support the Third Legion in putting down a Numidian revolt. The Ninth's most significant defeat came in 60 AD, when a massive revolt led by Boudicca heavily outnumbered it. The Ninth Legion suffered its greatest single loss in history, nearly 2,000 men. Though some thought of disbanding the Ninth after such heavy losses, it was reinforced with 2,000 recruits from the Rhine frontier. For a time, peace returned to Britain. In 77 AD, the Ninth participated in campaigns against the Brigantes and helped establish new forts, including one that would become modern York. It played a major role in securing Roman control over Britannia, but in 122 AD, the Ninth Legion was stationed on Hadrian's Wall, the northern frontier of Roman Britain. This was the last known record of the Ninth. After that, the Ninth disappeared from history, and its fate remains one of the greatest mysteries of Roman history. Some theories suggest it was destroyed in Britain, overwhelmed by the Picts or Caledonians. Others claim it was reassigned to another campaign but failed to report back. One particularly bizarre theory suggests the legion might have been marched into the wilderness and lost to the elements, its soldiers slowly disappearing over time, leaving no survivors to tell the tale. Another theory proposes that the Ninth was secretly relocated to the continent to fight in the ongoing power struggles within the empire, with its disappearance covered up to avoid the shame of its loss. Perhaps the legion faced a final battle on foreign soil, where it was lost in a conflict that would be buried by time and the interests of the Roman elite. The mystery surrounding the disappearance of the Ninth Legion has captivated historians, archaeologists, and even adventurers for centuries. Was it wiped out in battle, or did it fade into obscurity? Some even speculate that the Ninth might have been absorbed into another legion, or disguised under a different name to prevent the loss from becoming public knowledge. Theories continue to arise, but the truth remains as elusive as the legion itself. Some modern theories suggest the Ninth might have been deliberately lost in a political maneuver. Perhaps the emperor at the time feared that the Ninth's growing popularity among the people posed a threat to his own rule. Such was the power of Rome's legions that they often wielded as much influence in the empire as the emperors themselves. Could the Ninth Legion have been sent into a trap as a means to neutralize a potential rival? There is even the possibility that the disappearance was part of a larger strategic plan to deceive the enemy into thinking that Rome's northern defences were weakened, only to surprise them with a massive military strike later. Could the disappearance have been a clever ruse? Such conspiracies have always captivated imaginations and kept the story of the Ninth Legion alive in popular culture. The disappearance of the Ninth Legion may never be fully explained. However, its legendary status as a symbol of Roman military might lives on in popular culture. Countless novels, movies, and documentaries have speculated on its fate, from imagining the legion's destruction in a grand battle to envisioning its secret survival in the wilderness of Britain. Its story resonates with us today, not just for its dramatic ending, but for the questions it raises about the power, loyalty, and frailty of even the mightiest empires. The Ninth Legion was once the symbol of Rome's unshakable strength, yet it disappeared without a trace, leaving behind only legends and unanswered questions. If you want more deep dives into ancient mysteries, hit like, subscribe, and join us as we uncover more mysteries from the past.